Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the live stream. So if you don't remember who I am, or if you're watching on a different platform, I'm John Cavendish, 3 times exited founder, NLP master practitioner, and business and mindset coach for entrepreneurs and those in need all over the world from here in Vietnam. So on the stream today, we have none other than a friend and guest of mine who has some questions. And this is our first proper long form coaching live stream. So I want you to experience what it's all about, ask questions, comment in the comments, and really just get involved. Because if you're watching this live, this is the long form version of it. You might see some clips in the future, but this is the long form version of it. So before we get started, because this is going to help both any of you watching and our guest today, I wanted to give a quick overview of NLP and what NLP is, because it's the methodology that I've been using for the last few years and that I see has the best results with clients. So the way that I would describe NLP is it's a methodology of understanding the mind. So imagine that we see the world through a lens. And this lens is made up of previous experiences, our beliefs, things that have happened to us, and really what things mean. And the reason we have this lens is because there's so much information coming in all the time that we need to make sense of it. So we filter all the information that comes into us through this lens made of our previous experiences, which gives us a meaning. Like, this is what this means. This is what that means. That meaning leads to a state. State leads to emotion. And because we're humans, we experience life through the lens of emotion. So how we feel is everything, because that's literally how we experience the world. We experience the world through emotion. So throughout this coaching session, if you want some insight, I'll be asking questions to help understand what that lens is made out of. It might be, what do you believe about this? What does this mean to you? What would it mean if you had this? So, follow along, and so we can have a little more understanding, because I think understanding is the start of change. And yeah, I'd like to already thank my guest for coming on and being so vulnerable in the future going forward. What else? Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. And I want to bring on our guest today, none other than Mr. Sean.
How's it going, John?
Hey, Sean, great to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, before we get into it, whereabouts are you? What do you do? Where in the world are you based?
So I'm based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've been currently working, this is a quite new job for me, a nuclear fusion startup company. So we're working on a machine to create nuclear fusion, which honestly is probably 20 years down the line. But we also we just have the machine to do radiation effects. So we test certain parts of military weapons to make sure when they go into space, they work. And I'm from California, but I've been based in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And actually, at the moment, I'm traveling in Vietnam, where you are.
Nice. I'll see you maybe next week.
Yeah. I'll be seeing you next week. Actually, I'm going to come see you.
Nuclear fusion. If you get that wrong, doesn't that end the world, or like create a black hole or something?
It's sustainable energy, but the possibility of they've been trying to do it for 50, 60 years, and they've made, like, there's only one company who's done like less than, well, I forget how many milliseconds of like fusion energy they created, but now there's a big belief that they can do it, and my company, they can do it, but it's probably not going to happen, but
You are the best spokesperson ever, Sean.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, you didn't name it, so it's all good.
Okay.
Okay. So just to give some outline of what we're going to be doing today, like I said, I gave an outline of what NLP is. Just share the first thing that comes to mind while we're having this conversation. Thank you already for coming on and being so vulnerable. And
of course.
Yeah. So really, what can I help you with?
I need more structure, I guess, and focus of my end goal that I want to reach in the future, I guess I would say, is something that I really want to do. Vietnam, I lived here 8 years, and I'm only here for 2 weeks, and just stepping foot off the plane, I felt like I was home, and I knew that no matter what I do, I have to get back here for the long run. So I need to figure out a game plan or some some structure to my life to create income or a sustainable job where I can even live and work here and just be here forever because it grabs my heart. So I want to I want to be here for life.
No, I love it. Yeah, I mean, me too. I identify with that as well.
No, yeah.
So is it about structure? Is it about home? What's it about specifically?
I guess focusing or keeping my attention span because I've worked in many places and I've worked so many jobs I really couldn't tell you how many, but it's got to be up in the 20s or 30s maybe. But I seem to get very bored easily, or
Mm,
like my focus is not fully there, and when I get bored of something, I feel like it's time to leave, and so I leave a situation when I don't know if my mind is driven better, or if I was more focused or attentive, or my emotions weren't so far into leaving or getting somewhere else, then maybe that first job or second job would have already had me here staying. So
interesting. So it's this pattern of you get into something, you get bored, you go,
I leave.
I should exit now, and you just leave.
Yeah, and then I get a new job, and there's been a couple jobs that I really enjoyed and stayed at. This one I have now, it's a really good position. I worked as a suite attendant for the Golden State Warriors, so
Yeah.
that was probably one of my favorite jobs. I'm active, I'm interacting with people, I'm helping people out, I'm serving people food and drinks. And I think I just need to be moving or like interacting with people. So I'm
Mm,
trying to figure out, I guess, my niche for the world and
mm.
what I could bring to the world that brings me money as well, I guess.
No, I get that. I mean, that's a good thing to figure out. So there's
Yeah.
this pattern of getting into stuff, getting bored, and
Yeah.
then bailing. Is this
Going.
jobs only, or is this other parts of your life, or is it only jobs?
Mm, I mean, girls have been an issue on occasions too, but it's actually I'd say it's kind of the similar thing. So
Mm,
I've met girls, and if I'm bored of her, I leave. But the ones that I've fallen in love with, almost like those two jobs that I really have, those ones have actually like stuck with, and they really grabbed me. So, um, but I guess you could say it's kind of repetitive, yeah, in different ways.
well, I mean, the reason I ask is that usually the patterns that run our lives aren't just in
Yeah,
one area. They run in this
yeah,
area,
yeah,
that area, and it tends to come around.
yeah. No, yeah.
So,
Now that you say that,
so
it does
is
make
it
sense.
the inflection point we're talking about? Is it boredom, or is it something else? Like at the point where you say, like, you're doing it, you get, is it bored, or is that different? What's the word that you use for that?
Loss of interest, I guess.
Mm.
Um,
Loss of interest. And what
yeah,
does that mean
it's
for you?
like like I don't feel like my presence being there is meaningful, and I
Mm,
feel like there's more that I can do. And so it's I don't know, it's almost like I'm trying to get to somewhere that I have more purpose to being at, or more purpose to someone at, I
mm.
think. Yeah,
So the presence is meaningful. So your purpose
yes.
to somebody else. So what would it mean if you had no purpose in this role?
If I had no purpose, what would it mean? Um, I guess I would be not meaningless, but um, I guess in a way meaningless. Not so maybe not so much thinking about what's the future or what I need to move to next, I guess it would
Mm,
be. Or
future.
what, yeah.
So what do you believe about purpose in the future?
I believe that or our purpose is meant to be something special, or I feel like I'm a different person in the world, and
Mm,
there's some special place or purpose of me being here, and
mm,
some kind of role I'm supposed to get into. Um, and I think my purpose is somewhat with communication to people in life and love and happiness and connecting people in some type of way. But if and I think I'm just trying to find what where that purpose is or what it is. And so it's almost like I'm soul searching, or not soul searching,
Mm.
but like trying to find exactly what that is.
Mm.
So that's
So
maybe
you
why I'm going to
so it's kind of
go
like
ahead.
you're looking for purpose.
Hmm.
But then when you lose interest, you're like, well, this can't be my purpose. I must
Yes.
immediately bail and look for the next purpose.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and how's this have to do with the future? Like, where do you, when you said, because if you said future comes in there as well with purpose, how does this have to do with the future?
Mm, I because I guess necessarily that purpose will indict how my life can be later on in life and what I'll be able to become or be able to have and to own and to see in the world. So I feel like that is the direction of what it could be. Um, because I believe there's something more for me, and I'm trying to figure out, and I believe a place in the world, and I have an idea that I want to get to, but trying to find out that idea or how to get there, I guess is that's the purpose part, and then that would be the future, trying to get to this thing that I believe. So,
Hmm.
but it's only belief. Yeah.
No, I get it. Because we started here talking about structure and focus and attention span.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about this, it comes out, it's like stands out to me that when you actually like something, you have great focus and great
And
attention.
amazing. Yes.
You're super focused. Yeah. So
Yeah.
is it really about focus and attention span?
Maybe not necessarily. I guess it's choosing, I guess, the right place for me to be in. And maybe I've just chosen uh not the exact places to be, but over time I've found the right spot. But
Mm.
I never knew until I was there. So I was picking and figuring out what
Uh,
I liked, I guess.
yeah, I mean, that's a good question, isn't it? So how do you know? How do you know if it's the right place?
I'm excited. I'm
Mm.
happy to be going to work. I'm uh happy to get off and the next day it's not an issue. I'm not dreading to go to work again. Constantly excited to build or do the things that I have at that job or be with the
Mm.
people that I'm around. Um yeah, I guess a feeling of excitement when you go to work, which
Mm.
I think that's what makes you want to stay at a job, or
For
somewhere in a
sure.
position.
And as I'm sure that even my team watching this now will tell you, is every day always exciting?
No.
And how long for you does this not lack of excitement need to go on before you go, ah, this isn't it?
Um, that's a good question. I guess my mind jumps pretty quick, and I've
Mm.
started to learn that when that feeling comes in, just if like now is a good like
Mm.
I've been working 4 months in New Mexico, Albuquerque, and dry desert. I work and stay with my coworkers at a what do you call it, a fuse or house for
Yeah.
the company. But I needed a break. I could feel
Yeah.
it. Like I wasn't gonna leave, but I knew I needed some time away because
Mm.
I could feel my mind like I guess like feeling that boredom or that jump. But I knew I wasn't gonna leave the company, but I needed to get out. And so
Mm.
I guess this vacation is helping my mind with ease of that.
Yeah, for sure. Removes the pressure.
Yeah. Um,
So when you do jump, so in the
mm,
past, when you
mhm.
jump, how do you choose the next one? Because it's all about finding purpose and the thing that's really going to fulfill you. How do you choose the next, one of the 20, 30 opportunities?
Um, I guess when in the younger days, I kind of was just picking and choosing something that sounded of interest, not
Mm.
necessarily that was in my background or like what I liked. And then I would apply or try to put myself into positions which I thought I would be good at, but I guess my qualifications didn't get me that job or position.
Mm.
So then I kind of, I guess, settled for something else.
Mm.
Mm. And I just figured, well, I didn't get that position, so uh, I'll try this one for now. And 'cause, they put me on, and it wasn't what I wanted, but so I gave it a chance.
Mm. So these are just my words, some words that come to mind. Just see if you
Mm.
identify with any of these.
Yeah.
Like whether it's commitment, resilience, any of those resonate with you?
Commitment.
Mm. Commitment. What do you believe about commitment, Sean?
Oh, I mean, I was thinking about this last night. Like when I'm fully committed into something, I like a relationship, which I've been fully committed before, in three like long-term ones. And
Mm.
my attentiveness, my focus, my mind, my heart, everything is fully embraced into it.
Mm.
And I'm very good at that. But I guess the other partner has tend to put down my trust, and so it's broken my feeling of commitment to them. And
Mm.
it's happened through the three different relationships. And after I feel like I've given everything, and someone doesn't do the same for me, it kind of changes my feeling for commitment then. And
Mm.
that's just for the feeling of the love I've had for these people. So um yeah, commitment. It's a hard one, but it's a good one. I guess long term
Mm.
is a I with the right person or place or position, I think it's a great thing. Um,
Mm.
but it's been hard to find or to stay committed, I guess you would say.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Like that phrase you said, I've done everything, but I didn't get reciprocation.
Yes.
There's the there's a thing which I heard because I've done a that's one of my mentors once said, which is
Hmm.
people often say in relationships, I've done everything. Well, yes, and everything apart from whatever that other person needed.
Mm.
Because no happy people, it's not like they had this couple was so happy, everything was going so
It's
well. They
perfect.
divorced. I
Yeah.
don't know how did
No,
they
nothing's
divorce.
ever perfect. Yeah.
How did they end up getting divorced? Because they were so happy immediately
Yeah,
before.
they were in love.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a name for that. Like the feeling that the world is doing things to us. Like I did this
Hmm.
and it still didn't happen.
Yeah.
What would you call that?
Mm. Not karma.
Well, karma gives us no control. I wouldn't call it karma.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the universe.
Uh,
I'm fucked. You know?
yeah. Not sure what I would say that's called. Not
I mean, there's a very
not
strong word
in
for it that begins with V, but I mean, it's not necessarily, it's not you as a person, but that pattern is a pretty strong word.
which word is this? V. What is it? I can't think. Not it's not stingy. No. It's a
No, it's not stingy. No. So this is
no
just a
no.
word. It's
Yeah.
just this pattern. So I'm not saying you
Mhm.
are this. I'm just saying that this pattern
No, of
of
course.
the world happens to me and I have no control
Yeah.
is kind of a bit of a victim pattern. You know, I am not in
Victim.
control of my own circumstances,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Yeah.
Um, and I know you. I know you are the absolute antithesis of a victim. um, but some of these
Mm.
patterns are the ones that, when we don't feel like we're in control of our lives, it fucking
Mm.
sucks. It sucks, doesn't it? It's like it's lack of
It,
control, lack of self actualization.
yeah. It seems like the ball starts to spin, and then the tire starts spinning around the world, and then you get a flat tire and you got to put it back on, and then you restart the wheel, and then you're going again, you get a little farther down the road, and then you get another flat tire, and then it
Mm.
goes again. And it seems to, yeah. And now it's finally rolling. So it's like, was the tire gonna pop again?
Yeah, and then you're always looking, and what you find,
Yeah,
whatever you're looking for,
yeah,
because we know
exactly.
commitment is not forever. Hmm. So, where would you like to go with this? Because before we go deeper, and now would it be about? Is it about focus and structure like we started, or is this about figuring out what's worth commitment and actually focusing on? Because at the end of the day, we only get what we are fully committed to.
Figuring out what to fully commit to, and that would be the end goal, I think. Finding the
Okay.
commitment and how I can stay fully committed into this.
Okay. So, should we dive deeper into commitment? Does that work for you?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So, how does this, what do you call it? A relationship commitment, lack of commitment? How would you call it? How does it show up in your life?
Um, I guess a lack of commitment to, yeah, a relationship. Um, um, I guess that part falls on the other partner, not necessarily me at first.
Mm,
Now I guess I
mm,
would have
mm,
I
mm.
now I guess I would say I have less commitment because of issues from other partners. But my commitment to a workplace is that's always been a big struggle, I guess you would say.
Yeah,
Um,
workplace, I mean, partner. And people can tell when you're not fully committed, can't they?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see when someone's just not interested, bored, or
Mm.
something changes, you know?
And like, and I see that. I mean, this is when people ask me,
Yeah.
like, how do I know if my relationship's going to last?
Yeah.
You only, from my experience, you only really know when things go bad. And it's
Yeah.
whether the person has commitment, they're leaning in, or whether they're leaning out. And if they lean
Yeah.
out, then you know that person is not the person who's going to lean in, because you're going to go through shit. And that's like any
Yeah.
relationship, whether it's business or personal or social. Like if people lean out
Yeah.
when things go wrong, you know, like they're not the person that you can rely upon necessarily in
Yeah.
this situation. Doesn't mean for someone else they're not.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so commitment, work, personal, and what effect does that have?
Um, Not the best one because I probably uh maybe would be forever living here by now. Maybe getting a house here. I would maybe have a lot more things in my name. Maybe have that significant other that's around. Maybe not the
Mm,
lover, but a significant other. But um, I feel like it's pulled me back from where I should be, and each time I would jump ship, I guess it would take me back even more. So prolonging the end or the future in the position I'm supposed to be in,
supposed to be in.
or I believe I'm going to be in.
No, no, I mean
Yeah,
this vision you
yeah,
have for
yeah. The
your
vision. Yeah, yeah.
future.
The
Postponing the vision and going back, and it feels like back where you started, or you started actually before you ended up
yeah,
earlier than you started previously. So it feels like you're
yeah.
moving backwards.
Yeah, and each jump would, I felt like it'd take me back, and then it's a whole nother. It's almost like a reset, on the game,
Mm.
and so, mm, yeah, I guess it's been a prolonged reset for a while now.
Yeah, and the good thing about prolonged resets is you can get past it. It
True.
never lasts. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. You remove that reset button from the
Yeah,
VCR and then go like, why do I
yeah,
still have a VCR? I don't even know how it
exactly.
works anymore. Not got any tapes. So was there ever a time that you didn't have this relationship with commitment?
Um, I mean, right. I mean, I guess right now, and um. When I first came to Vietnam, I wasn't in a relationship.
Mm,
I actually, so I wasn't like I had no, I mean, commitments to working as a teacher, which
mm,
somehow I did that for 5 years. But I had no commitment to a relationship, and I noticed I love love, but myself alone, I feel like is a happier. stronger person without that commitment there.
A happier, stronger person without commitment. Maybe I can idea out there. This is just coming from
Yeah,
my brain, so it might be
of
total
course.
shit.
Yeah.
Somebody who only sees that commitment is leaning in all the time and must always be there
Yeah.
might be with somebody who doesn't have the healthiest view of love and what that is, because people are continuously throwing love at you.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily how the healthiest people interact, is it? Continuously showing that from the other side.
No,
right?
definitely not.
If they go one way, they tend to go the other way too.
Mm.
But, bounce around,
Yeah,
not
you go
necessarily the
back and
most
forth, back and
straight
forth.
and straight
Just
and
go this
stable.
way.
Yes, this way or that way, or this way or that way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, was there ever a time that you didn't struggle with commitment?
I'd I'd say no, not necessarily. I don't think. I think it's always been a continuous part of my life that it's been into, as far as it happens, and then it takes its break, and then it comes back again, and then it stops, and it seems to keep coming back. Except for right now, it's been pretty good.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah, for now. Which I hope it doesn't.
Oh, well,
Not yet.
for now.
Yeah, for now.
If you say for now, it will be for now.
Yeah.
No commitment to the commitment.
Yes.
Sometimes. So,
Yes.
what have you done about it in the past?
What have I what?
What have you done about this in the past? This struggle with commitment.
Took more time in figuring out who the people or the person is that I'm committed to, and I guess weeding out uh, the odd ones out. I guess I would say that definitely I could feel weren't going to be on the same feeling or like level that I was, and so it's taken longer to find that person to be committed to, but the person that I've found has been a person of stronger feeling and like urge and love. But yeah, so it's, I guess, like taking more time and looking deeper into things and people, and to pick the better place for the person now. So that's what I'm learning. I've learned a lot. So
I like it. You learned a lot. And
yeah.
so how do you know now? How do you know that this person is worthy of your commitment or opportunity?
It's I don't know. I feel like there's a feeling you get when you're with someone, and you could talk to them all the time, and it's almost like a fully open conversation, like you can have with your boys in a way. But and I can see the truth person they are without them having to hide anything. I feel like I could almost like looking into their soul, but like I feel there's a connection, and I can read that, and I could see how a person acts and reacts, and um, how they change and are different in life for me. Um, I guess, yeah, it's a feeling I guess I have when I see and I learn about the person.
And how reliable is that feeling for you now?
I don't have it until I see and feel that feeling. I'm not getting in a relationship, and I know the feeling, and I see the change in what I believe is like the person that I should maybe be committed to. And until I find that, I I don't choose to be in a relationship, because I don't know. I feel like it's a certain sense. It's a strange thing, and I really can't tell you how I know it, but
Yeah, no, I get it. And, like I've said to you when we've talked in the past, I think you are one of the best at reading people, connecting with people. I mean, that's why I still believe you will, do whatever you want to do. And you
thank
said
you.
should, the person I should be with. There's a phrase about that in kind of it's in
Yeah.
the personal development community. You got to be
Yeah.
really careful with the word should, because
No.
if you're not careful, you should all over yourself. Like, because I should do this, I should do that. But continually, you're just telling yourself, I don't have what I what I need,
Yeah.
want, am gonna
Yeah.
be.
Like you
Should is
should,
a
but
word.
you're
I
not
should, I
wanting
should.
it.
You should do
Yeah.
nothing. You should do whatever you
Yeah,
want to do.
maybe, maybe I should. It's like, no, you should. You are. That's yours.
Yeah, yeah. Yoda, do or do not do. Um, don't should all over yourself. Um, okay. Can you tell me about any past events that are close to or related to commitment?
Past two events close to or related
Any past
to.
events?
um, I guess. Well, I I'm I thought I mean I am fully committed to loving and being in Vietnam, but I thought I was last time I came here. I thought I would never leave or go back,
Mm,
and I was fully committed, or I thought I was committed to making it happen here
mm,
and staying for the long run. But from a previous commitment with the past relationship, I guess my mind was so fogged up with emotions and feelings that I
mm,
couldn't stay committed to focusing on a job, to focusing on making plans. I was just clouding my mind up too much and doing too many things to that which affected me to being committed and staying
mm,
here again. So
So there's a Vietnam and like being committed and then leaving.
yeah.
Um, and do any of those, does that past event or any other past event still influence your present?
Um yes. I
Mm,
um anytime I leave here, I my heart feels saddened and I
mm,
feel once my purpose is I don't know, it's in America it doesn't feel very valuable or welcomed or as it does here and uh it saddens me in a way because this
mm,
I feel I'm the best version of me when I'm here and in America I feel not so much like that and I don't feel so excited and thriving and I
mm,
have a good job but my head and my heart is always here.
mm. And how does that affect you?
Mm. It uh it makes me sad. It puts me down. I think about Vietnam every single day. I see my friends, I see the traveling, I just see the people, the food, just the culture, and it uh it hurts me inside and I'm working, it's a decent position, but um it, I daily I'd rather be here every single day, like forever.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah. Oh, thank you for sharing.
mm.
Um, can you tell me about, your childhood, growing up, and your family in relation to commitment?
Yeah. Mom, dad, I'm one of six kids. I got a older sister, two younger brothers, two younger sisters. So there's six of us.
Mm,
Big household big house up on the hill. We had a house, big yard, um, anything a kid can dream of, honestly. And everything was so good. And then my parents got divorced when I think it was 16 or 18, and
mm,
it kind of changed everything. We had to foreclose the house. We had to split our family of eight that was always together. Everyone just did like split apart, and so the um, our I guess our stronghold of a family totally broke apart, and that was a it was a hard time. I didn't really have a home. I was welcomed on my friend's couch and stayed on this couch for I don't even know how long. We were separated from all my siblings and uh, mom left across the US. dad was still around, but yeah, it was a
Mm,
really hard time, I think, on all the kids. And so I mean, I think I was 18 then, so I was okay, but
mm.
I never expected my parents to break up and
Yeah, yeah,
or divorce, and then I mean, I didn't expect that to break all of us up.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so yeah, that was a pretty interesting, pretty difficult, I think, for my younger sisters too at that time. But yeah, that was pretty hard point in life, I guess.
I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, it was so easy for sure. Like,
Yeah.
did you give it any meaning at the time? Do you remember what meaning you gave that?
Um, uh, loss, I guess I would say. Like I felt lost and I guess unsure what was gonna happen, you know? And
Mm,
so I mean, maybe that could play a role in the commitment.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
And the did you were you always as good as you are now? Like as much of a social chameleon as you are now?
Yeah, 100%. I've
Yeah.
always I've yeah, high school I was a wild child climbing out second floor story buildings of my science class, getting kicked out of class all the time, skipping school, hanging out with the jocks, the preps, the hipsters, yeah, I could go to
You could
I
always hang
could
out with everybody.
anywhere. I could go in the courtyard. I could go see the preppy kids. I could go see the punk rock kids. I could go see the sports people. Yeah, I can go in anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, because it just strikes me. I mean, just me reading my view of the world into it, so it could be
Yeah,
anything. Is that that's an amazing survival mechanism. Like the
yeah,
fact that you can go, anyone would let you sleep on that couch.
yeah. Um, I, I'm grateful for everyone in my life that's just been a friend and welcomed me in because sometimes weren't the best times, but people would happily let me stay at their place because they enjoyed my presence and I was never a burden to them. Um, and
Mm.
I like traveling alone because I know there's no, it's me to say no. Nobody else is saying no. So I can go
Yeah,
do
yeah. You are one of the
anything.
few only true extroverts. They're one of the few true extroverts that I've met. Like, I've never done the test on you. I'll send you the test sometime. We'll figure out where you are. But I see you're over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, so what's the transition for you though? Because I feel like when we're younger and growing up, like that's who we
Mm,
are with. You can connect people, you bring people together. At what point do you
yeah.
become the one offering the room,
That
offering the couch?
is that would be like that's in the future. That's what I want because
Mm,
everyone's welcomed me in with open arms and an open heart, and I want to give back to
mm,
everyone who's done something for me, or have a home for people to come in, and my family and friends, and place for anyone to sleep or stay because people done a lot of things for me, and I really want to do more
mm.
and have that space.
Yeah, and you can have that space, and it's never as far away as you think.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's important for me to know about you, your life in relation to commitment?
Hmm. Mm, I guess no. Love is a factor in my head one day. I don't know if I see that ever happening again, but maybe that could be one thing. My feeling and idea of love, because I also feel better alone when I'm single, but then I also feel I'm a little out of control without that person to hold me down. So, or without somebody to be there. A little
Mm.
bit reckless on occasions. So sometimes I feel without not a supervisor, but that person of
So you want a
love
mum?
with the
What you're saying is you want a
yeah.
mummy.
Maybe that's it, or like just someone that, or not a mommy, but someone that like keeps me down or like keeps
Mm.
me in because
Yeah.
I'm easy to just go, and if there's no one like, I mean, like if I have a girlfriend, I know it's staying or like, oh, we go out, we're going home. If I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have to go home. I could go out all night, and I kind of, I think I kind of like having someone keeping me inside.
Mm.
So,
I would say yes and to all this stuff. Yes and
to an extent.
to an extent, but we don't want to use other people as our crutch. Because
Yes.
that changes dynamics, doesn't it? Like,
Yes.
yes, we are
Yeah.
there to support one another. Like, I need
Yes.
support. Can you help me with this? Awesome. We can rely on
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
When it's then it turns more into a parent-child relationship. Somewhat. Not always. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe that's the thing. That's okay in certain areas, but
Yeah.
not 24/7, not all the time.
Definitely. Yeah. No, not all the
Yeah.
time. Just so I guess someone to tell me no, because I'm very much of yes. I'm always yes. So
Okay.
um,
Before we carry on, yes, for what purpose?
everything. I guess I don't like telling people no, because I mean, I guess I look at no as a negative word, even though
Mm.
it necessarily isn't. But I want, I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't like saying no to people, so I'm always yes. I'm a yes man.
Yes.
But
What's the other word for a yes man that doesn't like telling people no?
yes man
Begins
that
with P.
doesn't. Begins with P. Yes man doesn't. I can't think of the word.
Um, this doesn't represent you in every way at
Yeah.
all, but the word for somebody that can't say no and wants everyone else to be happy is
Oh,
please.
pleaser.
Pleaser. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say I say yes because I like to, I'm a pleaser. I like pleasing people. That's like
Yeah.
what I enjoy, and I like making people smile. So even though no is okay to say, I am not really good at saying it.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
And
And I guess it's just something that's in me.
no, I get it. But
Yeah.
and
And
the and my hallucination, my guess is that someone who struggles to say no to people
Mm,
might also struggle with commitment, because commitment means saying no.
hmm Yeah, because if I say yes to everything, there's no way to commit to one thing, because it's doing yes to everything.
Mm.
It's good. And think about it like that. Huh.
So almost this pattern goes into, it's like being pulled in two directions, isn't it?
It is.
Like, yes, because commitment is about what we don't say yes to. It's like
Hmm
about, no, this is the path I have chosen.
Yeah.
Fuck all this other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but saying yes to everything is great in the moment, but it can have detrimental issues long term, especially if we're committed to someone, something, and we just say
Yeah.
yes.
There is none of that happening then.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, people like you, people will offer you things, doing things,
Yeah.
being things, being with them, whatever it may be.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. I think to get this idea of you can't please everyone.
Mm.
I gotta remember or do that. And then I said I would work on saying no more this year.
Mm.
Yeah, it hasn't gone too well. I remember saying that. I was like, start saying no more to things. Yes. Oh, I was
Okay.
like, um,
Okay. But you had that insight. You had a moment of insight in the past as well, in which you
yeah,
had that similar insight.
yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
But we
That
forget those moments of insight sometimes.
yeah, and you
Mm.
just made me remember it, and I need to remember that more. I think I need
Mm.
like a board. Not everything
Bored.
stays up
All right.
here.
Well, you've got neck tattoos. You just need a forehead tattoo.
Yeah, and maybe I'll get one right here.
No.
No. Yeah, get one on each hand. What? No. Okay, that's right. Just no, 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 no more. Yes.
No or no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock, paper,
Maybe.
yeah.
uh, double or nothing. Okay. So thank you. So just to give you some background, what we've been doing today is so far diving deep into where we are now. So now we can figure out where we want to be. Because the path, the quickest path from where we are now to where we want to be is understanding exactly where we are now, which is the patterns we're running, how we got here. What is that pattern? That must say yes, also must have commitment. And then where do we want to go? So if it's okay with you now, we'll focus a bit on where we want to go and where you'd like to get to.
Yeah, that sounds good. That was really good. Let me grab just a glass of water.
Yeah, good idea. If you're watching, drink water. Oh, voila.
All right.
Okay. So let's get a little bit more specific. What do you want? Tell me, explain to me what you want. What do you want to see, hear, feel, be on a daily basis?
I want a house in Vietnam. I want a home, whatever the home may be, house, apartment, condo, a place to call mine. I mean, I feel happy every day, but I want to feel meaningful in something that I'm doing every day. I want to be interacting or conversing with people or in some way that helps them or helps the business or something that they're doing. I want to feel like I've done something well for myself in life, and you know,
Is that pride,
maybe
or is that, what is that? Done something well.
just I guess maybe like not to prove to myself that I've made it. I've made it as far as everything after missing or jumping ship on all these jobs, and never exactly having a full-on home or being this nomad lifestyle, that I finally have chosen a place, done something well enough to have my own spot, my place, my home, my um my comfort. I want something to call mine, I guess I would say. And just be more happier than I am right now is what I want to feel every day.
Okay. So meaningful, conversing with people, comfortable, something to call yours. What might you hear yourself saying?
Like about all these things?
Well, either saying to yourself or saying to other people. What might you see and hear yourself saying?
I can do it. I'm going to do it.
I can do it. I'm going to. I am
know
doing it.
I am doing it. I am doing it. I know I can do it, and
I know.
you can do it.
You got mirror there. You can do it. Maybe there's a two-letter word you might hear yourself saying as well to others.
No. Two-letter word?
Oh no, I think no is that was the word I was going for. But I mean, there's
okay.
many.
I was like, is there another word? I was like,
there aren't that many two-letter words. Am.
Yeah, I was like,
D. Two. Home in Vietnam, meaningful, conversing with people, comfortable, something to call your own. I'm doing it. I know I can do it. Saying no. Any other feelings?
Love from someone one day, maybe. Actually, yeah, I actually do want that. So I'm gonna say maybe. Yes, I do want love again, and a family, and
A romantic love.
Yes, fully committed.
Fully committed. I know.
But no
Like,
rush on that part. That one, there's no rush. I'm only 21, so.
how old are you, Sean? You could be anyone,
I'm,
anywhere from 21 to 40. I have no idea.
I'm 35. I'll be 36 on the 11th, so Monday.
Okay, cool. We're pretty
Yeah.
similar in age.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
see
it's
you guys right
the
after my.
handsome bald man thing, you know, like it's like Isaac. He looks so much younger than he was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, right. You shave
Mm.
that hair. Don't look too bad. You look a little younger.
Yeah, yeah.
Not everyone though.
Not everyone. I
Some
think I'd
people
look
look really old.
insane. I just need to grow like a massive. I'd have like a massive beard. That's why I grew the beard in the first place. I was like, if my hair goes back too much more, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
be like a super
yeah.
pale bald head.
Hair's looking good.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah,
You can touch it next week.
that thing's nice.
So once you've got this meaningful, conversing with people, comfortable, something to call yours. I'm doing it. I know what I can do it. Saying no, romantic love, family. For what purpose do you want this?
Mm, life, I guess you would say, or just to after everything I guess I've gone through and done and been through, it feels like that is not like what it's all come to be. And
Mm,
this is, everything, trials and tribulations and ups and downs and um, committed, uncommitted relationships, everything. It's all came to this one point, and that purpose will, I guess, fill my heart with more happiness to know that I could do that, that I am doing that, that I
yeah.
did do that, and for my family too. Yeah,
Oh, I like it. That's beautiful. And you said the what I took away is like story of life. You know, like
yeah,
story of life can be anything, can it? It can be like a comeback story, a romantic novel, uh,
yeah.
horror movie. You know, it can be whatever you want,
No,
whatever you
it
want
could.
to.
That's what I mean, and it's been an adventure of a lifetime, and the adventure's never done. But
Mm.
there's like a happy, I guess not happy ending to the adventure.
Well, and hopefully not a 5 minute happy ending to the adventure. Yes, a long, drawn out happy ending.
It's a happy 5 minute ending. It's not the longest one.
Yeah, but what you're saying is a long tail happy ending.
Yeah, long-tailed happy
Mm.
ending. Continuous
Okay.
ending.
Wow, and that's how I guess life can be like that. You know.
You get
So,
multiple hands.
so have you ever had or done this before, Sean? Had or done this state, this feeling of meaningful, conversing with people, comfortable, having love?
Um, a, there a little bit of a moment of it. When I was here for the second time.
Mm,
The love part, I was love, but it was not good. Ari was good, but it wasn't good. Actually, she drove me crazy, but I did love her. I had in my own apartment. Um I felt very comfortable. I felt I had my own space. Um, I felt like things were going good, and then that's when COVID hit. And then COVID hit, and then it was kind of, I guess, changed everything that was happening then. And because of that whole incident, uh, everything kind of started falling apart, I guess you would say. But I felt I had my own place, or not owned, but I was paying everything. I could invite people over. I had love. It felt like a good position, and then COVID happened, and it kind of just took it all down.
mm. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but
As we talked
yeah,
about story, though, comeback stories are the better kind of stories.
yeah, and I've noticed it's been a pattern of, like, little bumps, and then hills, and then getting up mountains, and then
Mhm.
it's hit its low, and it was it was the highest high, and I got to my lowest low, and now I'm actually climbing back up the mountain. I
Mm.
feel like right now, and it's still, you know, it get a little rocky, you know, hit a couple crevices, but it's going up is what it seems to be feeling like.
Well, I think you're right. And also, like, you don't know what the highs are unless you felt the lows. And all we're
Yes.
looking for on climbing the mountain is the next plane. The plane, as
Yes.
in the flat bit that's high up, not the airplane.
Correct.
But but as you go up and down, like it's like these things always come to test us, you know? Like we
Yes.
feel like we're the highest high, and then you're like, always there is a blip. And the blip, you could
Yeah.
say it's the universe testing us. You could say it's like a worthy opponent, like something coming back that we have to fight against. Otherwise, we wouldn't know that we wanted it. We wouldn't know we're committed unless we
Yeah.
say we're committed, and then immediately we're surrounded by women and drugs and whatever else, all the temptations, you know,
100%.
whatever they may be. Do not clip that part of the podcast. Okay.
That's a good one.
So what evidence will you notice in your life once you have this outcome? Once you are living this life, what evidence will you notice?
When I'm here forever, when I have a property or whatever
Forever.
space it is.
How will you know
Huh?
you're here? How will you know you're here forever?
Or well, at least I'll have a home here forever is what I would
Okay.
like. So just I would that is I would love to have a home here forever. So
Yeah.
Vietnam holds a strong place in my heart, and I forever want to be here, or at least have a home so I could show people or bring people, and if anyone I'm gone, maybe someone could stay at my home, and I can give them that. So
Wonderful. So you see, like you have a home here. You're generous. That sounds generosity. You're generous with others.
yes, I want to give people a home in another place, and or somebody, even if it's my home, and even if it's my wife and kids, and or anyone, you know. But I do
So that
want somewhere this forever, a place here forever. It definitely is other places, but this is one that's a definite.
nice. And then you'd have a wife and kids as well. You said a wife and kids. You just mentioned them by
I
happen they have to be there
Yeah,
as well.
I would love to have a wife and kids one day. So and then also give them a home, or a place they can call home, because
Yeah, hopefully,
that's
not the street.
yeah. Hopefully.
No, 100%. So, what resources and resources are attitudes, attributes, beliefs, behaviors do
Mhm.
you have that can help you get towards this all this meaning, connecting, comfortable, something to call your own, family, love? What do you have?
Mm. My my ability to communicate and connect, and to go anywhere, and create these new friends. I feel there's something within that realm, that there's a position, or a place that I can use these skills that I have. I can speak and talk to anyone. I can make anyone feel comfortable, and in a place where they're gonna feel uncomfortable. I can take someone to a different country where they've never been, and show them a great time without even knowing anything about the country. And
Mm,
uh, I think I believe there's something in that whole little all those skill sets, or those beliefs or feelings inside me, that can get me to that end goal of my home, my wife, my kids.
100%.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
So, what other beliefs, behaviors do you have that are going to help you get there? As well as just
um
amazing to communicate, connect, guide.
um I believe God can help in ways, if that's a way to believe. I mean, that's something I do believe in. I don't go to church every day. I don't go to church, period. But I do believe
Faith,
God.
guidance.
Yeah,
Is that guidance? Is
faith,
that faith, or is that?
faith. Um, wouldn't say hope, I'd say more faith than that. Hope, I guess, you know.
Yeah, hope is good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what resources, again, attitudes, attributes, beliefs, behaviors, might you need to bring in order to get to the outcome? Additional ones you'd like to have as well.
Um, my beliefs in making it happen, in choices, choosing and believing that, I'm gonna get there. Hmm, I think having I need to have more responsibility in believing in these things, and I think if maybe talking to someone about these things or
Mhm.
expressing what I want, because even though you tell yourself something, I mean, it doesn't always happen, but I guess sometimes I need to hear that, or
Like
um,
accountability or just a
yeah,
sounding board or
yeah, or like, I need to see it more than just think it, I guess I would
Hmm,
say. Um,
okay. So talking and expressing choices. There's something else we've talked about a little bit today that you might want to bring in. I can't remember what it is.
Commitment.
Begins with D. Oh yeah, commitment. Yeah.
Commitment, saying no,
Mm,
stop
yeah.
people pleasing as much.
Mm,
Um, um, pumping the brakes when I'm going full throttle all the time. So, um,
but pumping the brakes and going full throttle. How would you know you're going full throttle and that you might need to pump the brakes? What would you need for that?
I guess it's, I mean, I guess it's all almost like going up and down the mountain through, you know, trials and tribulations of
Mm,
things that happen, and the feelings that you feel after these 3 or 4 days of whatever happened. And um but I guess the bigger thing is to learn from those, I wouldn't say they're mistakes, but learn from those full speed
yes. And how would you
uh
learn? How do you know that you need to learn?
um seeing the position it puts you in,
Okay,
and
so
seeing
that's
the
is that
see
awareness? Is that reflection? What is that specifically?
awareness and reflection,
Mm,
but to to remember or have that feeling that you're going full throttle and to say no.
mm,
I think that's the hard part.
mm. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
No, no, I mean, it sounds to me like, yes, for you, that is the hard part.
that is 100%.
And I think I can help you with that and we can do some homework on that if you're interested.
I really, really am,
So,
because it's always
what will you gain or lose by getting to this outcome of meaningful, connecting with people, comfortable, having a home, knowing you can do it, saying no, having family and love around you? What will you gain or lose by getting there?
um I will gain the things that I feel I want and deserve in life. I will gain happiness in another level. I will gain
Mm,
my own space of comfort. I will probably lose people pleasing a couple people or a bunch of people in different ways. Maybe lose, some little parts of life, not everything, but I think the gains outweigh the loss in this part.
well,
And
I guess the question is, are you
um,
willing to allow yourself to lose those things, those people, or those little parts of life?
I want to say I've been starting to feel yes on that one. More, it's,
Starting to feel yes. How would you know
yeah,
it
yeah.
when it becomes a yes? How do you know?
when I see myself higher up the mountain, moving more forward and realizing things that were holding me back.
So you're looking for the evidence of change before the decision of change.
In a way, yes, but I know you can't really see the evidence because you have to, once you're there, you'll see it. You have to kind of.
Once you're there, you'll also see there's further to go because there's always further to go.
True.
And if
Yeah,
it's
I
always
guess.
true that there's always further to go, and that there will always be evidence of change and of lack of change, because that will always exist in both ways.
Yeah.
At what point are you willing to allow yourself to lose these other things?
I'd say pretty damn soon.
Soon.
Yes.
Tomorrow. When does tomorrow come?
I mean, tomorrow is tomorrow.
Yeah. Soon is
I guess
soon.
I can't put a date on it, but I need and I would like it to happen this year.
This year. So, because you don't know when it's happened, you only know afterwards that it's happened.
Yes.
What if it had already happened? When will you allow yourself to realize that it has already happened? Maybe even by having this conversation you had in the past make it happen, and then this is the reason for the conversation. How would you know?
A feeling of remembering of evidence, I guess you would say, or
In
evidence
retrospect,
would
in
be.
the future.
Thing that would help, or I guess that would help me see it would be, or to understand where it is the two-letter word no, and that would change. If I did that, if I learned that word, this whole feeling would probably stop a lot more, or this continuous pattern.
Right. Let me just think. All right, let's explore this. In the last week, have you said no to anything at all? Like, I don't want that coffee. I don't want that for breakfast. Have you said no at all?
No.
Wow. Okay. There's no notes.
No.
So we can make an infinite improvement. Are you
Do you
sure?
want a
Is that
drink?
really
Yes.
true, Sean? Is that really true?
Yeah. I've said maybe no to going to dinner because I was already out, but
Oh, so what you're saying is you did say no in the last week,
I did. I
and you
said
just
no
maybe
to
your
it.
brain just has a bias for looking for the yeses because you hate saying no.
Yes.
And yeah, exactly, yes. And
Yes.
if that is true, then is it possible that this pattern of being able to say no and releasing this has already started? You're just not aware of it because you just told me you didn't say no at all, and then you said you said no to dinner. And dinner's a big invitation.
Yeah, it was a date. I said no. Usually don't turn those down. Yeah, I
Hmm.
I think you're onto something there because I didn't realize I was saying no, and I didn't
Hmm.
think I did.
But if that's the case, again, back to the question, how will you know that you've started to make this change already? And when will you realize the change is already in progress?
You might have just showed me the evidence. I guess I would start to know and notice when I guess maybe things, or at least how life has been living, has started to maybe change, maybe slow down in ways. Maybe you could feel the gas slowing down, or like the car slowing down. And
But you love the gas. Doesn't
I
mean
do.
just like it's not going to take like saying no is not going to take that juice out of life.
No,
If
yeah,
anything, it seems like it might give you more juice because you have more juice to put in the direction you want to go.
yeah, 100%. It's if
So if
I
it's not
put all
that,
that,
then what is
no.
it?
I have no idea. That's
Hmm.
that's a really good question. I don't know what would be able to show me the change of that. I'm not
So
sure.
if we're not sure, then how would you know that you're going to make a change?
I guess you wouldn't know,
Hmm.
but
And if you don't know, then is it more about evidence or is it more about that long word beginning with C? I don't know how many letters it has. Yeah.
commitment would, I guess it all comes back to commitment in a way.
Well, commitment. I can see you struggle with commitment. That's fine as a word, but the really good question of are you willing to lose these friends that may drop off along the way, some parts of life?
Mm.
How do you know the answer to that question? Because you said this year sometime in the future, sometime after tomorrow. When does tomorrow
Uh,
become?
until until I start making that change or the progress of taking certain things out of my life. And
Mm.
when would I know that? I can only know when I start doing it, when I start
But you
putting
just told
all
me
that
you've already started doing it.
without knowing. I wasn't
Exactly.
sure.
But how do we
Yeah.
bring awareness to that knowing?
We remember the no's,
Mm.
start realizing when you're saying it more, because then if you realize I'm saying it more, then it's more likely happening more. And
Okay. So it's all about
so
awareness.
maybe, yes, awareness. And then furthermore, I could see if realizing no's are progressing me to
Mm.
moving that gas into one direction other than all directions.
Okay. I think that's a great awareness. The final question is, do you have permission to make this change?
That's a good question. I, I don't know why that is a strange but in ways unsettling question, but I believe I have permission. I
Mm.
I I I mean it's only my permission to do it. I don't need anyone else's, but am I allowing myself to do it?
Mm. Great question. That's the question I would have asked you. Are you allowing yourself to give yourself permission?
Um I want to say yes, but I'm on a little hesitant feeling of this yes because
Because it's a
um
commitment to yourself.
exactly. And
Mm.
it's I don't know why it's so unsettling and a strange feeling when you ask that. But um yeah, this commitment to myself, which I believe I need, and I think it is going to be a good commitment. Yes, there'll be the loss of friends and things, but I think it'll be the best and biggest commitment once I get to it and say yes and or give myself permission to do this.
Mm. So
So
when would now be a good time to give yourself permission to do this?
I would say I can't say a date, but I'd say really soon.
Really soon. Soon again. Soon.
I,
So
will.
when would
I
now
was
be a
gonna
good
say
time for
I
you
would
to allow
know
yourself and give yourself
tomorrow.
permission?
Tomorrow would be the best day, but
Tomorrow would be the best day?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I mean, or now would be great, but um,
But what?
I mean, I guess it doesn't change anything that I'm on vacation and you could still enjoy without.
Without what
I mean,
specifically? I mean, without taking yourself away from your life mission and distracting yourself from what you really want in life. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah.
You can't enjoy getting everything you want out of life, but you can enjoy distraction.
Mm. But no, I need to, that focus needs to change. So I guess now it would be the right time to give myself permission.
Okay, that would be
Yes.
okay. Now would be the right time. So do you allow yourself permission?
Yes. I I I give myself permission to do that. Um, just fully, I have to fully commit into it,
Um,
which is,
yeah, and you bet, as always with everything, it doesn't mean you'll be 100% perfect to start with, and we have to give
mm,
ourselves some grace on that. So I
I
have
was
some,
thinking, yeah.
yeah, because I mean, we can't judge ourselves on slips to start with.
Yeah,
So would you be up for some homework? Would you be up for it? So that's the
I
end of like
would.
our deep dive today. And then if you'd like to do this
Yeah,
again next week, we can have another
yeah,
session where
I
I'll
would.
put together a strategic plan from where we went before to where we are now
Yeah, I'd love that, really.
and give you some homework. So have you heard of the concept? It was a book, I think. I think was
Mhm.
it by somebody? Somebody in the comments put it down. Fuck
Uh-huh.
yes or no.
What is it called?
Fuck yes or no. You don't need to read the book. It's just a
Fuck.
good title.
Okay.
Um, So I thought we could come up together with a 3-step process to bring in
Okay.
awareness into your decisions.
Okay.
So 3-step process. When somebody says to you, Sean, do you want to do this? What would be your 3-step process to bring in some awareness into that? What would you do?
Um, Look at pause.
Mm, pause. All right, step
Don't
one, pause. That's a great step one. How long would you pause for before you answer?
five five ooh, broke a chair. Few 5 seconds, maybe 10, but not
10.
probably not 10, but 5
Okay, no.
seconds.
I know. All right. If you find 10 difficult, 10.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
nobody's going to
10.
care if it's 10. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I guess, I mean,
That
there's
that
no,
direct instant response, if you can make it 20, even better. But I think you can start with 10 this week.
I think my,
I,
yeah, because I believe my responses are very just like that. So
for
I,
sure, yeah,
if
we
I
keep life of
actually,
awareness.
yeah. So pause,
What's
um,
step two?
think about the outcome of what could happen, or what yes could mean, what no could mean.
Hmm? And what
Um,
specific part of the outcome?
um, Maybe a never-ending night, a feeling of tiredness or no sleep, or maybe um, something that, maybe overspending on something.
Okay, so feel like
Um,
the outcome on you rather than thinking about them. You're thinking about, do I want to do this? What effects is this going to have on me?
yeah,
Yeah.
thinking about more of myself more than pleasing someone
Mm,
and joining this to give this feeling,
okay. That's a
because
great step too.
yeah,
All right, then what
um,
will be the third step, the final step?
choosing the right decision.
And
Um,
using the title of that book.
Fuck yes or no.
Yes. So,
Saying no, or yeah, either fuck yes or no.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm saying to everything, but no should be
It's
80% of the
either,
time.
yeah, but if it's a fuck yes, it's like definitely do it. If it's not a fuck yes, then it probably should just be a no, because
Hmm?
you could say yes to anything.
How do you feel about that
That's,
framework?
I like that a lot,
Hmm.
because you could say yes to anything, but unless it's seriously like a fuck yeah, I want to do that, you don't really need to do it. And more than likely, you'll probably, saying no is probably the better choice and feeling better going forward with that. Fuck yes.
Hmm. And yeah, you work out, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first time you do an exercise, it feels awkward and weird and you feel weak and not good. But after you've done the
Mhm.
exercise 20 times, how do you feel?
You're used to it. It's normal. It becomes a everyday something you're used to, and then you recognize scenarios, and you know what's a fuck yes and what's a fuck no.
Oh, yeah. And the first few times you do it, it doesn't mean you're not going to feel like twisted
Yeah.
and like awkward and stuff like that. Doesn't mean it. That just means you're growing. That weird feeling, the feeling uncomfortable, the feeling of whatever it is, shame or rejection, that's
Yeah.
just feeling that you're growing. And it doesn't mean it's not going to be there. Just because you have this framework doesn't mean like suddenly everything's going to be easy. The best things in life
Yeah.
require awkwardness
Life's
and
figured out. No.
yeah, no. And
Mm.
nothing means that. Like
Hmm.
my takeaway from doing this for 8 years is that it never goes away.
Yeah.
It just gets easier and easier and better, and the muscle gets
Each
stronger.
time.
And rather
Yeah.
than indulging in this shitty feeling for months or
Yeah.
weeks, it becomes days or hours, or if you become like the Buddha, minutes. But even Buddhism is about like letting things flow through, isn't it? As quickly as
Yeah.
possible. Not,
Yeah.
oh, I never feel it. You know, monks are not blissed out 24/7. You know, they don't have a unlimited supply of ecstasy. They're just they're just there meditating and it's still passing through them, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So over time it'll get longer and easier and more comfortable feeling because I could see it twisting my heartstrings a bit, but
Yeah, yeah. And what does that mean if
it
it does twist your heartstrings a bit?
gives me, I don't know, it's a feeling. It, it's just something new and nothing as twisted as a broken heart, so it'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll always be okay, even if it's a broken
Yeah.
heart.
Even oh yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, still here.
I
So,
am.
what are you taking away from our conversation today, Sean?
Pause, breathe. Um, look at take a second to look deeper into these um, scenarios that I put myself into and um, make better choices. And either it's fuck yes or no, you really don't need to do that right now.
Mm,
Learning to put all my gas into one direction rather than all directions. And um, saying no is what keeps coming into my head.
mm. Okay, that's amazing. And a quick scenario for you. Say you do, you forget this once. You've got this written in your phone. I assume you're going to write this in your phone immediately after this call, so you have it as a reminder. Say you've got this written in
Yes.
your phone. You accidentally you say yes too quickly. And then you go, I remember the process. And then you think about it, do it. What are you going to do then in that scenario?
Then mm, I'll look and I'll be like, I'll look at the end result of if I say yes and what it can result to, or is it a fuck yes? Is it really worth my time, my energy, my feeling? Or
Mm,
what if you say no and you wake up and you feel better, or the outcome, it doesn't hurt anyone's feelings? Um,
mm. And then
realizing
what
that
can you do?
continue it.
So even if you've said
Make
yes, that doesn't mean it's a permanent decision. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
You can always backtrack. You can always
You can go backwards and
you can go
you
backwards. Yeah,
can't.
nothing is permanent in life. We make a bad
Yes.
decision. It doesn't mean that it's only a bad decision until we realize, it wasn't a fuck yes. I remember now. I
Yeah.
need to say
Yeah.
no. These people have, that's why we've built these skills that you've built. You can
To
change the
remember
outcome and
and
not
go
piss people
back.
off. Yeah, you can go back. Doesn't mean you're
It's
fully
really
committed.
good.
You're not fully committed until the point at which there's no return.
You're totally fucked.
You've had
Because
one
it's
beer.
like
You're like, I can stop after one beer. I do not have to have a 12 pack.
10. Yeah.
10. Oh,
Oh,
man. Okay, awesome. And so, are you up for coming back next week? And
yeah,
we
I'd
do another
love
one,
to.
do a
Yeah.
follow up. I'm sure everyone will want to basically see, like, hear on your updates. You got some
Yeah.
accountability from me and from everybody else.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much for being so vulnerable, diving so deep, and spending the time today, Sean.
Thank you. No, I appreciate you. And um it was unexpected what I was coming into. I wasn't sure. But it's actually been really helpful and mindful to me. And I'm on this vacation of life right now. But now this is in my head, which
Mm.
Yeah, I just needed to hear it or talk with someone about this to start figuring out the motion to the ocean of my track on live. So no, it's been really good, and I'm excited and kind of strange felt to going out today, but
Mm.
I'm gonna remember
Well,
this. Fuck yes or no.
love it. And yeah, check in with me. I'll follow up with
Yeah,
you. You follow up with
I
me.
will.
Anything when you have an insight, you're like, I remember it. Just drop me a message.
I
And,
will.
we'll check.
I definitely will.
Awesome.
Um,
Thank you so much,
you
Sean.
said homework for next week?
That's the
Or
homework.
okay. Oh, okay.
That,
Awesome.
that's the homework.
Cool.
That's it. The homework isn't going to be complicated, but it is going to
Yeah.
be insightful.
It is complicated, but it
you know,
isn't. Yes.
that's why you have the 3-step process, one thing to do. Like all we're looking for is 1% better every day. Because
Mhm.
1% better every day is a little bit, but how much change is
Yeah.
that in a year? It's what is that actually? It's 360 times 1%, which is what, 500% or 1,000%. It gets exponentially bigger.
It gets
So
bigure as it goes on, but it
yeah,
adds
and
up.
that's what we're looking for. 1% better day by day. Doesn't mean that tomorrow you're going to become a monk. I mean, you got the haircut, but nothing else.
So moving to Thailand and becoming a monk, guys. No.
I'd be Vietnam.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks so much, Sean. I'm just going to drop you. I'm going to put you in the backstage so we can do the end, and then we'll check in a couple of minutes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So everybody, thank you for those of you that stayed throughout the entire stream, or if you're watching the replay. Comment on the stream, comment below what you took away from this, because when we ask these questions and when people tell stories, we have our own story that going in the back of our mind, don't we? What would I say to that? How does that reflect upon my life? And that's really what I want you to take away from this, is that we all have these patterns we're running. We all have different situations, different things that make us remember it's another one of those. It's something from the past. So if today resonated with you in any way, please do check out our register page if you want to register to be a coachee on a future stream. Or if you want to work with me one-on-one, I'm willing to give anybody watching this stream a totally complimentary gift from me, 90-minute session, just like with Sean, for us to dive super deep. You can check that out on johncavendish.com, my main website. There will be another stream next week. Watch out for the Facebook event on that. It'll also be lined up on YouTube and on the other platforms, on LinkedIn, where we go live. And yeah, just thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm really looking forward to sharing even more of this with you. And yeah, have an amazing weekend, everyone. Talk to you all soon.